In this season, a lot of information, a lot of wisdom is being given to people pertaining to love spells, pertaining to witchcraft, like black magic, roots, separation spells, etc. A lot of people used to think this was just all a tale and this was all false. But now, because the veil has been removed and the spiritual warfare is amped up these times, and the Bible even talks about it, the end times being the times where you're going to witness a lot of these things and the truth coming out and lights being shed on many spiritual things that people would not think are real. Now people are starting to believe it. Now people are witnessing it. People are now realizing generational curses are real. People are now realizing that there's spirits that we are fighting, spiritual principalities that we are fighting on a daily basis. Whoever this is for, test the spirit, take it back to God. But there is someone that is embarrassed that they have fallen into the trap of a love spell. This ultimately led them to reject you. This ultimately led them to fall for someone who was this deceitful. This was a counterfeit that did every single thing possible to destroy your relationship with this person. I talked about this plenty of times in my book, Deliverance Through Knowledge. I've spoken about this plenty of times on my channel. They mainly target kingdom marriages. Why? Because just like many of you guys are dealing with witches and warlocks who illegally look into your life and then they see beautiful things ahead for you and they try to sabotage you, it's the same way when it comes to kingdom marriages. There's people that will look into the lives of certain men and certain women before they get in a relationship with them or before they show their interest. And then when they see that that man or that woman is going to marry a God-fearing man or God-fearing woman, and they see the life that they're going to have together, then that's when they start obsessing and doing love spells, separation spells to ensure that these two people don't come together. And a part of doing a love spell and a destiny attempt when it comes to one's love life is they have to mimic everything about you. Not only do they go to a practitioner who does the spell, which is the root of the destiny transfer, but they're also given instructions. And these instructions are they have to do everything like you. They have to look like you. They have to dress like you. They have to speak like you. To mimic your patterns, your personality, they have to be as close to you as possible. Basically, they have to sacrifice their own identity and personality, and they have to come into agreement with being the clone of you. And they're given these instructions from these spell practitioners because while they do this, that will start drawing the attention from that woman or that man that you're supposed to be with. Because now what happens is that starts to stir up confusion, because then that man starts to think, hey, these two women act alike. These two women resemble each other. These two women have the same style, or vice versa. The woman might be like, hey, these two men look alike, or these two men act alike. Why do you think that's why the devil always sends in a counterfeit before the real deal? And why do you think before God introduces you to a kingdom partner, or before you guys reconcile, the devil always sends in a counterfeit? The counterfeit always resembles that person. Or if you haven't met the person, you notice that after you realize it's a counterfeit and the real husband or real wife comes in, you notice they looked similar to the counterfeit. Why is that? Because there has to be a replica of you in order for them to fall into the trap of the love spell, which is the voodoo. Okay? So when they go to a practitioner and ask the practitioner to tie the man or tie the woman so they can be with that man or woman, the practitioner tells them they have to mimic everything about you. Again, when the man or woman starts to realize you guys have similar traits, personalities, he starts to realize that there's a replica around and one of you is not the real deal. So now he tries to figure out who's the real deal, right? And you not knowing what's going on, you're not praying against this. You not knowing what's going on, you're not fasting against this, right? because you have no idea that there's somebody out there that is dressing like you, looking like you, copying everything about you, and there's a plot to take this person, because the person that usually does a spell work, they're going to be very secretive with it. So even if you know the person, let's just say it's your cousin, and your cousin wants your man, right? She's not going to make it obvious to you that this is what she's doing. So what she's going to do is she's going to make it seem like, oh, that jacket, I thought about buying that jacket too. I just bought one. Or that hairstyle, oh my God, I already booked my appointment to do that hairstyle. Like, they're going to make it seem like everything that you're wanting to do, they've already had that idea, or they're going to make it seem like they also like it, or they also want to do it. So you're not going to think anything. So if you don't know the person, you won't even know there's someone out there doing this. But the man or the woman that is in communication with that person, they're trying to figure out who's the real one. And because you're unaware of it, you're not realizing that this person is being strategic and trying to be you better than you. You get it? While they're mimicking your every move, your every personality, your every this, and the man or the woman's trying to figure out who's the real one, right? Now they're doing spells to mess with the person's dreams. So now when the man starts seeing the replica in the dreams, the man's gonna start thinking, oh, she has to be the real one because I keep seeing her in my dreams. So that's a sign from God that she's my wife. Vice versa. If it's a male that is trying to steal someone's woman, like, they will do some sort of spells to where it manipulates the dreams, right? So then they end up in the dreams. And that's why I always tell you guys, just because you have a dream about someone, it does not mean that God is telling you that's your wife or that's your husband. Sometimes it's a replica showing up in your dreams because they know that you're spiritual. You may not have discernment, but you're spiritual. See, in the book of 1 Corinthians, Paul talks about the gifts, right? And what people don't understand is Paul says some will have the gift to distinguish spirits. Some will have the dreams of visions. It's not all the time that the person that has a gift to dream and has visions is going to also have the gift to discern activated at that time. So they may see something and run with it because the gift of discernment is not activated within them as yet, or they're not as strong in that gift. The point of the matter is, there is someone that is embarrassed that they fell into the trap of a love spell because the truth has come out. Not only did God expose to them that who they were with was a replica of you, and they messed up, but now they're seeing information everywhere online, everywhere, where people are coming out and they're talking about their testimonies, or there's articles about it. Like, it's no secret no more. Back then it was so secretive, or nobody knew much about these things, but now there's information everywhere. And based on the revelation that God already showed them, and through prayer and fasting, they now know the truth that the person that they were with was a replica of you. But now they're seeing more information that is filling in the gaps, filling in the pieces of information that was missing. Because I'm telling you, a part of the love spells that these people do, it's not just to separate you guys. It's also for them to try to steal your whole identity, your whole persona, everything about you. And on top of them trying to steal all this, they also have to do a separation spell, which makes the person they're trying to steal have resentment towards you and grudge you, because now that person's thinking you're the replica, and they're feeling like you don't have no identity, or you don't have no morals and values, and then they're running off with the replica version, not realizing you're the authentic version. You are the one. So take this back to God. But this person received the revelation, and they're going through a lot of healing. Okay? So I'm gonna get some of this confirmation. I love you guys. Talk to you later. Bye.